Hello everyone, so here's how to use the new coffee machine. If it's not turned on, you can turn it on by pressing this button here, and then when it's finished whirring, then you should see something like this on the screen here. So if you, but before we actually make a coffee, I'll just show you how to replace the water and the beans and so on. You lift this up here, and then you can top the water up to the maximum there. And then when you're done, just put it back in. So a light should appear to tell you that it needs replacing, so you should be notified of that. If you want to put some more beans in, just lift the top off, and then probably best to just replace the beans when it's empty, because you won't necessarily know what beans are already in, and we don't want to mix them, but I know which one I put in, so I'm just going to put some more in. So when you put the beans in like that, there we go. Then just put even them out a bit, put the lid back on. Okay. The grounds are replaced at the bottom, so if the grounds hopper is full, it will tell you. So you just, first of all, if that's down, you'll need to lift that up, take the tray off, pull it out. So, and then you can take the grounds hopper to the green bin and tip it out. Okay. There's also a drip tray at the bottom as well, which you may need to empty. Okay, so you can pour that in the plant, or if there's too much you might have to take it to the toilet. Let's put this back together. There we go. Now if we look on the top, there's a dial for the coarseness, so this is important. If you do want to change the coarseness, only do it while it's actually running. You mustn't do it while it's not running, because it can break the dial. So I guess it's like changing gears on a car. You wouldn't want to change gear when the car was stopped, so you do it when it's running. So that's that there. This side here is where the ground coffee goes in, if you want to put ground in. So I'll come on to that later. And now it's going to whir a bit, because it thinks I've just put some ground coffee in. So it just needs to figure out that I haven't actually put any ground coffee in. So we'll just wait for that to finish, and then we'll do an espresso from the beans. Okay, so now it's ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an espresso with a normal quantity of beans. So have you got a cup, Alex?
Yeah.
So Alex is going to have a normal strength espresso. So if you look on the top here, you've got two different beans. One of them is slightly brighter than the other. That's the selected one. I don't know if you can see this on the video, but you see when you press them, it changes the brightness, and that's the one that's selected. So I'm just going to do a normal one. So I found that the strong one was quite strong, so I'm going to stick with the normal one for now. Then you've got three, then you just press one of the buttons depending on how much you want. So you've got ristretto, which is like less than a normal espresso. You've got double espresso, and then you've got a lungo, which is kind of not quite, it's not a mugful, but it's quite a large amount. So I'm just going to do the normal espresso one, so I just touch that. And you can change the height of this depending on your size of your mug. Okay, and then that's done. So here we go, there's an espresso for Alex. Now I'm going to have a decaf, because I've drunk quite a lot of coffee already today from this machine. So now if you want a decaf, you have to do one at a time, unfortunately. It doesn't have a hopper. So what you do is you lift the little thing up, and then you get the ground coffee. So this will probably be in a metal container when you come to use it, but at the moment I haven't brought that one into the office, so for now we're just going to get it out of the bag. Just check it's a decaf. Yes, it is. It's got decaf written on it. So you get like one scoop, carefully pour it in. Okay, I'm sure we can do it without making a mess. And then shut the lid. Now now it thinks that it's got ground coffee, so the next coffee is going to be from the ground coffee. So if you change your mind and want beans, you can't. You've got to, as far as I know, you have to actually run that through now. So if you come over to the display, you can see that the beans aren't lit up now. I'm not quite sure why it hasn't got the grounds lit up, but anyway, that means it's going to do it from the ground container now. So I'm going to go for again, I'll go for a larger one, just to show you what it looks like. and hopefully it'll fit in my mug. Okay, so now that's doing it from the grounds. Not from the ground, sorry, from the pre-ground coffee, sorry. And you can kind of hear that it didn't actually grind any beans that time. So it definitely came from the ground one. Maybe we've put too much in, so let's...
quick.
So... So you probably want to be careful if you do put the large one on. Press the large one, make sure you've got a cup large enough to cater it for it.
We'll cut that in the editing.
Yeah. And now, here we go. It's run out of water, so we can see that the water light is lit up there. So now if we go and replace the water and put it in, then it'll be back in action. I think that is everything. Thank you for watching. Cheerio.